guess Fantasia, if we being honest.
Help us understand what this team can do better.
He's the reason we've been in some games and we won some games.
I'm just happy Fred ain't getting nothing.
And it all starts.
Hold on. It all starts now.
It's just him.
Command Center is presented by SeatGeek, the primary ticketing partner of the Washington Commanders.
What's good, Commanders family? Brian Coble Jr. here with Santana Moss, Fred Smoot, Logan Paulson. Of course, when you a semifinalist for the Hall of Fame, you get to take over the show. London Fletcher gets to crash the party, and you get to answer the first question. As you know, we're headed to the bye week. Y'all been here and done that before. What does the bye week mean for y'all as players?
Well, it's one thing that you look at as soon as the schedule comes out. You want to know, hey, when's my bye week? This is a really late bye week, I know right now. Guys just want to rest, man. Yeah, I know that's it. Week 13, week 14, late bye week.
Yeah, time to reset. You know, one of the things I always look forward to is just getting away for a while. You know what I mean? Getting away was my biggest thing. But also, if you're nicked up, you want to make sure you can kind of get those injuries healed up. So the bye week was very pivotal for those guys who had bruises, nicks and bruises.
I think it's more mental. I know people say it's physical, but it's only so much you can do in 7 days, 10 days. I think it's mental, just to get away from all the demand of being the player that you are, and just whatever going on in that season, good, bad, or ugly, just to step away from it and say, you know, I am a human being. Give me a second to myself.
So you stepped away from yourself?
Yes, I did. I ran away from myself.
Yeah, but the mental, the physical recovery is so important because it's such a long season. You get in such a grind. Every single week is the same. Feels like Groundhog Day. You know the schedule on Monday, you know the schedule on Tuesday. So that decompression is so nice. And like Tanner said, if you got injuries nicked up, that's time to get right and make that final push those last couple games of the season.
And Logan, I'm going to stick with you. London mentioned it. It's a very late bye week. Have you had a late bye week, and how does that come into play with this season?
I thought I did, and then we were in the production meeting, and Fletcher's like, no, you didn't. And I looked it up. I have not had a late bye week. I had a very early bye week, week 5. Yeah. And so obviously, like, when you get that big stretch of games, that mental fortitude required to get there is really, really tough.
Ideally, you want it like right in the middle of the season, maybe just a little bit past it, but this is extremely late.
Well, over at y'all favorite place, over at DC Prime, y'all talked about y'all favorite bye week memories. Let's take a look.
It's Chopping It Up, presented by DC Prime, Loudoun's premier steakhouse. For dinner reservations or private dining, call 703-840-2099.
Me? Plenty different ways. I think the younger version of yourself tried to get as far this way from the city you live in.
So where'd you go? So you were here, where would you go?
I would try to go to California. What? It's didn't I say as far this way you can go?
Who you know out in California, though?
Everybody.
He knows probably every entertainer.
I'm gonna say, you know everybody, right? Like once you in the circle of the 1% in the NFL, you start to meet the other 1%ers in entertainment and in all the other stuff. Like
so who'd you meet out in California, though?
Who did I meet? I guess Fantasia, if we being honest.
You know, those bye weeks and stuff like that. When I was young in my career, I didn't get a chance to really enjoy them. I think my first 4 years, we talked about this a little bit. When I was in New York, I was behind the 8 ball so long. I was trying to be healthy. I was trying to get to the next game to be healthy.
Yeah, so what were you doing during the bye? Just like rehab and stuff?
Rehab, man. Yeah. And then my 3rd year was the first time I got a chance to get a bye and enjoy it. But I was on a high so much, like I was having a great year, that I was scared to even
go
do
somewhere.
I
done been there too. Like I said, the older you get.
So I didn't enjoy a bye week until I got here. Like 05 was my first time enjoying the bye week. And I went to the Bahamas. I took my family to the Bahamas.
Off season, I would go to Jamaica and like stay like 2 weeks.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, just unwind, unplug, walk around with no shoes on, just living the life, just enjoying it.
So I hated leaving because I felt like I'd get in a rhythm of the season, and I felt like when I left it,
you unplugged.
I was like too relaxed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I go visit my family in California, so that's not a bad place to go. Visit my in-laws in Monterey, California. You ever been up there?
Yeah.
It's beautiful, man.
I'm sure you drunk all the vegan shakes you can drink there.
I was in California.
No wine, no liquor.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That was always a good time, man. And again, it felt like it's not like a real vacation because I'd get too relaxed.
I think the thing about it is also what kind of season you having. Because
if you on your high, you don't want to
go. I'm gonna say, because if we on the road, I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna stay put. But if the season is we ain't getting it right. We stink right now. I need to get away so I can reset me.
fellas, y'all clearly had a good time over at DC Prime. Y'all clearly ate good, and y'all talked about a lot.
He didn't eat.
He's too busy talking all the time.
Hey, that Wagyu, I can feel the butter coming out of it.
Well, y'all talked about a lot, but one thing I gotta point out before we move forward. Fred said he used to walk around Jamaica barefoot. Y'all buying that? Why would you walk around barefoot?
That's when I came in peace with my Zen.
Who was you, Eric Benet out there?
I was Eric Benet.
Well, one guy that's telling no lies, that is Scary Terry McLaurin, and he has been nominated for Walter Payton Man of the Year. Fellas, how cool is that to see our number one receiver, number 17, get this nomination? London, I'm gonna start with you because you've received this nomination.
Yeah. I've been a finalist for the Walter Payton Man of the Year, and this is a prestigious honor to be nominated for your team because it recognizes not only what you do on the field, but what you do off the field, and you want to make an impact in the community that you play in and also the community that you're from.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a tremendous accomplishment, even if you don't get, the award itself.
To be nominated.
Because guys just getting, that acknowledgement from your peers is always special.
Yeah. And look at who is named out there. Walter Payton. A great man.
Yeah.
And he's from Mississippi, by the way. So, the standard is high. And when you can meet that standard, that says something about you as a person, because with all this stardom and all this light on you, for you to push everything to the side and say, you know what, I'm worried about other people, says everything.
I mean, just how impressive Terry is as a human being, right? He's impressive on the field. He's a consummate pro. The way he does interviews, handles the media, and then his personal life, the fact he started this charity, the fact he's getting recognized for it. It's fantastic work by him. Awesome member of the Washington family. So,
Man, we are so proud of Terry McLaurin. And another guy the Command Center family's proud of is Fred. Because I can tell my boy's fired up.
Time for Fred's Fired Up, presented by FanDuel. Make every moment more with FanDuel, the official sportsbook partner of the Washington Commanders. Welcome to Fred's Fired Up, and I'm fired up this week about one man, a good man, Terry McLaurin, one of the best wide receivers in the league, and he's also up for the Walter Payton Award for that 10-foot player he is. Give it to me right now, baby. Oh, it's right there, baby. Terry. All you missing is a little milk, baby. Fired up.
My guy Fred's got me fired up to talk about this Commanders passing game. So let's get into today's Air Power, presented by Air National Guard, proud partner of the Washington Commanders. Now, you can't talk Air Power without talking about our quarterback, Sam Howell, who has been putting up big numbers in his first season as a full-time starter. 3,466 passing yards. That's second in the NFL. 18 touchdowns, 65.8 completion percentage, and an 85.6 QBR. Sam Howell has been making headlines all season, which means it's time to get right into the headlines. Pro Bowl edition, presented by the Washington Times. And fellas, you heard me. Pro Bowl's here. So this is the Pro Bowl edition of headlines. I'm going to throw out some of our better guys, and I'm going to let you guys plead the case on why they should be Pro Bowlers. So first, we're going with America's sweetheart. Favorite punter in the NFL, Trez Way. London, take it away.
Well, Trez, I mean, multiple time Pro Bowler, having another phenomenal season. I don't know where he at in terms of punts inside the 20. There's been games where Trez Way was the MVP of the game, man.
Hands down.
Just a tremendous punter. Heck, he's been doing great things, holding the football as a holder on some of the place kicking responsibility. Trez Way should definitely be a Pro Bowler again.
I'm from an era where if you go to one, you go to two, it's almost a guarantee that they're going to get picky for your third and fourth one. But not only is he probably going to get that acknowledgement, he's a guy that has honestly have been keeping us into games when it comes to, pinning that opposing team back. So he just do a tremendous job at, getting field position for us. And I think he's one of those guys, man. Every year he's going to be one of those guys in contingents of having another, Pro Bowl bid.
Sometimes the proof's just in the name, Trez the Toenail Way. It's only one way that I know, and he's the most consistent player on this team for the last 3 years. You can say what you want to. He's impeccable in where he places the ball at, and people take for granted holding for field goals. He's the reason we've been in some games and we won some games from that holding respect. Put some respect on the Toenail name. This is the dude.
The Toenail.
Yeah, nothing really to add there. Trez is a great punter, does a great job. Also a great steward and representative of the Commander's name, right? So it's always great when he gets to go to those
And
games.
he's the last guy on the team that me and London played with.
I didn't play with him. I was gone. Yeah, you.
That's a good picture.
I played a long time, but I did not play with Trez.
I was with him,
Now, London, one thing Fred mentioned mentioned was consistency. And a player that we've had on our offense that has been completely consistent is Brian Robinson Jr. Why does our bruising back deserve to be in the Pro Bowl?
Well, you look at B-Rob this year, you know, he had the reputation of being more of a running back, a bruiser, but he showed his versatility, the ability to make catches out of the backfield, not just like swing passes. I've seen him route linebackers up and run routes, so he's definitely shown his versatility. Totally deserving of making a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, he's one of those guys too. If you look at the running back position, it's not quite, no one separating themselves right now. I think Christian McCaffrey is the only one right now when it comes to rushes. He has over 1,000 yards, but when it comes to just total yards, B-Rob is up there with all of them. I think he's ranked 4th right now. He's a guy that's shown it time and time again, especially when we're sitting here and saying we need to give him the ball more. He's quietly still up there, in contention.
Going off of that, if you go by his attempts and give him the same attempts as the top backs in the league, he lead the league in rushing and probably receiving. Everybody thought I was crazy when I said at the beginning of the year, he reminds me of Arian Foster. Now you'll see why. Because Aaron could catch the ball out the backfield. He ran with a high stance. I think he should be in the Pro Bowl, hands down, B-Rob.
It's been great to see his maturation from last year, right? The player that he is now, right? The physicality that he runs with, the athleticism, right? Fletcher mentioned this already, the choice route that he's running, the real route that he's running. That's a side of the game we didn't think was there. So that excellent ability that he's got has been awesome to see. And it's something we saw in training camp. It's nice to see him executing that finally.
And Logan, for this last one, I'm going to start with you. Our young Airwolf, Sam Howell.
I mean, his numbers speak for itself, man. He's one of the most productive quarterbacks in the NFL. He's throwing the ball a ton. They put so much on his plate, and it seems that every single week he kind of finds a way. He wasn't great or against the whoever we played last.
Nobody knows.
The Dolphins.
But his ability to extend plays, get off schedule, and elevate the offense, I think is something you can build around. It's exciting, and hopefully the Pro Bowl and the national media recognize that.
And speaking of Pro Bowl, we got a few Pro Bowl players here ourselves. Hey, yo, Tanner, what's cooler than being cool?
Oh, that's me. Ice Cold! It's time for Ice Cold Moments, presented by Steam Fitters. Steam Fitters UA Local 602 provides the highest level HVAC and mechanical piping services.
Now, I don't know if there's anything more ice cold than making the Pro Bowl on a new team your first year. Tanner, I'm going to start with you, man. How did it feel to be honored and become a Pro Bowler?
Damn, that's my picture. That's me. I mean, I was elated, man. I mean, I was one of those guys that I got robbed previously when I was with the Jets twice. And I felt like I was due. And so when I got here, the season alone spoke for itself. And, I needed to be a Pro Bowl. Although I remember.
Oh, you must have somebody up there.
Yeah, that was Champ. But Champ got between that ball, man. I had to come back. I had to come back for it. I had a step or two on him. I had to come back and jump for it. But it was a great experience, and I wanted more. I just didn't get one.
In London, you got 4 Pro Bowls
no big deal.
on that Washington jersey. No big deal, like Logan says. Man, how cool is it to represent your team like this?
Hey, look, Smooth, I've been wearing a ball head a long time, too. I was wearing a ball head. I either had a high top, a flat top, or a ball head. Man, it was great, man, to play in the Pro Bowl. I took it seriously. Y'all know me. I'm going out there. I'm getting 15 tackles in the Pro Bowl. No, that was after I picked Phillip Rivers off there. I'm returning that pick.
Look at Peppers right there laughing at you.
Yeah, get a block, Julius. What you doing, man? Get a block, man.
Well, clearly the Pro Bowl means a lot to these guys, and you can get your favorite Commanders players in the Pro Bowl by going to commanders.com and putting your votes there. Now, it is the bye week, but we still have 4 games left in the season. So now it's time to take a look at our game day guide brought to you by SeatGeek, your ticket to great Commanders seats. Now here's a look at the remainder of the Commanders season. Right after the bye week, we'll hit the road for back-to-back weeks. The first stop will be in LA, followed by a Christmas road trip to New York for a meeting with the Jets. Fellas, we'll be working on Christmas Eve, bro. Then we wrap up the regular season back at our house, FedEx Field, where we will take on the San Francisco 49ers and our rival, the Dallas Cowboys. And of course, we've got you covered for all the pre- and post-game content you will need right on the Commanders' YouTube, Facebook, and X. Now that you've gotten those details, let's send it over to Logan Paulson for some in-depth breakdown.
This is your Field Pass presented by FedEx, where now meets next. All right, guys, let's talk about this game. And so we got to go into the bye week, and I think there's a lot of stuff that happened in this Dolphins game that was good. And some stuff that we can get corrected, right? And so we got 2 defensive minds here that are going to help us break it down, help us understand what this team can do better. So let's talk about this, right? We got cover 2 here, right? So cover 2, we got these 2 high safeties, right? Boom, boom, boom. And offensively, we're trying to attack it, right? And what do they want to do here? They want to run strike, drift. Can you talk? What's strike? What's
drift to me? I just know that's drift. Drift is one of those routes where it was going to be one of those bang routes right now. We was going to put our foot in the ground at approximately 6 to 7 steps, and once we make that turn, that ball should be on us.
Yep, and that's what we're getting here from Tyreek Hill, right? And so look at this action, right? The idea is we sell this hard run action downhill, get the linebacker to step up, right? And we isolate him. And the idea is that we're going to get a nice big void here offensively here right behind him. But that's not what happens here, right, Fletch?
No, that's not what happens. And Jamin, he takes a step up, but what he does is he runs back into the throwing lane. He gets back into his responsibility. He does a nice job. This is teaching tape right here. You want to turn and run, and that forces Tua to come off of that and have to go to his check down.
And for me, that's a defensive win, right? That's a
good
play.
Absolutely.
It's a win.
Absolutely.
That's a good defensive win, and that's excellent technique. The guy that we're trying to put in conflict offensively handled it about as good as you can handle it.
Hey, Smooth, you can talk about the corner and what St. Juice does and what he did as a nice job.
Forcing him inside, squeezing it, bringing him closer to the second receiver. That's what we want to do. As much as we can bunch these guys together in cover two, that's what we want to do. And he do a good job of feathering back out and waiting to go back and get the running back.
Why is the feather back out so important?
Because if they run that 7 route, you got to be there. Because I don't want to hear old Capitan come telling me you need to get that 7 route.
I will say that.
And then a great job here, rallying to the tackle, guys coming out of the staff. Good defensive play, right?
That's a win. That's a win right there.
So that's one way they ran drift, right? But hey, Miami, they're going to get all over the place. We're going to be smart with our formations. We're going to motion the guy out here. We're going to get to the same 3-by-1 here, right? So what we're going to get here is we're going to get drift. We're going to get stutter off, and then right here to the flat. It's the same distribution with a little bit of window dressing, right? And the guy we're trying to isolate here now, and we're doing it from drop back, not play action, we're trying to isolate our guy, Quan Martin. So it's the same thing. Instead of the run action, now we've got eye discipline issues, right? It's like, what if I look at here, or do I have to get depth? He's in conflict, and we are able to get the ball in right behind him. Great throw by Tua here.
And what you see where Quan gets a little bit in trouble is, first of all, he gets off his landmark.
What's his landmark, Fletch?
As a zone player, we all have landmarks. The corner has a landmark. This hook player has a landmark. I was taught the way it's 2 yards off the hash. 2 yards off the hash is where he should be as a landmark, and his drop should be about 10 to 12 yards deep. As if he's on that landmark, look where the ball is caught. Look where the ball is caught. Let's keep it going.
Here, right? Right there.
Now look where the ball is caught. Bang! About 2 yards outside the hash, he's in that throwing window.
And so that seems like an easy correction, Fletch.
Very easy correction.
Just
very
a little young guy, understanding some different stuff, going into the bye week, a lot of time to get that corrected, right?
He just more reps. That's all it's about.
Because that's another thing about bye week, is you got a lot of time to kind of get
to correct everything. Cross your T's and dot your I's.
And so that's also covered too, right? And so obviously one where it works, one where it doesn't. And then here we go. We got quarters now, right? And I thought this was a really good play by Cam Curl. You know, this defense has had a hard time against explosive plays. We got quarters. We got our 4 guys across the back end, right, Fletch? That's correct?
That's quarters, umbrella.
They do a good job getting depth, matching stuff. I love this by Percy here. Great job matching this dig, and great job by Cam getting good depth here and staying over top of this, or staying even with this.
We need the Cowboy Killer to talk about the route and what it does to that coverage.
Talk about if you're running this route, Tanner, what are you looking for here?
Well, one of the things I'm trying to do, especially when it being in quarters, I want to stay skinny. I want to almost lean here. I want to lean that corner out a little bit. So what I would do I would probably take an angle as if I was going to push to the middle between the hash and the numbers, and then I would widen a little bit just because I know I want to catch the ball in between the 50 or closer to the 50. I want to get away from that safety. So I believe he did the right thing, but as you can see, Tua just threw the ball up there hoping that he could get the ball around Cam, which he almost did, but Cam did a great job of covering.
Smooth as a corner. What's your responsibility and the safeties? What are you guys doing?
Once we in this phase in cover 4, I'm trying to squeeze him to that safety. I'm trying to stay outside leverage. That's what I have to do, but I also want to stay on top of him. I do not want to let him get a step on me, and if I'm that safety right there, to really play this, I want to play this going backwards, not chasing. That's the only thing I can say about Cam right here. Don't chase, already beat back there, and he gets the interception on that one.
Exactly,
but I think overall, pretty good job here.
Overall, pretty good. This is a win.
This is something they were having a hard time with earlier in the year. Nice to see them make this correction and be able to make a play on this, which is awesome.
That's something you can
win with this.
And one thing we talked about, Fletch and Smoot and Tana, is that they had a hard time getting in the third down. They did a good job getting the third down, but had a hard time executing the third down.
Winning third down.
So what we're going to get here is we got 3-by-1, right? Get the 3 guys over here,
2, 3.
and we got the 2 guys at the bottom, right?
Yep.
And this is quarters. This is the palm coverage again, right? So quarters, we're going to get that umbrella look. And I think they do a great job here up top with Cody. This guy's here being 4 over 3, matching the out, taking it away. And watch our guy Tua, right? He has to pull the football down, right? Pull the football down. John gets a good rush, a little bit of a hold there.
Yeah, a little bit
Tua's able to reset and throw this football. And then Tanner, you've run this backside dig a ton. What are you thinking on this backside dig?
I think the backside dig was great. Now I would ask Fred what should have been done when it comes to this corner and this safety play. But I think he timed this up perfectly, and because of being a backside guy, you normally don't get that ball.
Yes.
So, these guys was in the progression. So for him to stay open for his quarterback, that was a great job by the receiver.
Yep, that cornerback needs to squeeze that. Squeeze that right there.
When you say squeeze, Fred, just stay tight.
Stay tight to the outside heel. But I need that safety to not go so fast. I need you to just slow play this right here, because I just need your body presence. I don't need you to make a play. I need your body presence. They don't throw that ball.
Well, when I see this, and I'm going back to just back in the day, how I've always learned quarters. Yeah. First of all, 3-by-1. Me as the Mike Backer, I got him. Yeah. I'm going to take him responsibility. On the backside, you want your corner, St. Juice, and you want Cam to be doubling him. And that's where you talk about, okay, there should be a pre-snap communication between St. Juice and Cam. Yep. Cam, hey, you drive the dig, St. Juice, I'll protect you. Yep. Yeah, so I don't know if that's what they're being taught or not. Cam, he has all of his attention to that side of the field. Yeah. He doesn't need to go over there. There's no work for him over there. Because it seems like Cody's he's responsible for number 3. If 3 goes down the seam, he's gonna run with it. Yep. He owns 3. All Cam's attention should be backside to number 1. And these are things that are easily correctable, but it's a big play because it's third down. You don't get off the field. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's good to see them make some improvements, right? On a short week, especially with a new defensive coordinator. Yeah. But going to the bye, man, hopefully they get the screws even tighter. Yeah. And this looks a lot better coming out against the LA Rams. Yeah. There we go.
I'm going to be out of LA, baby. I might be crip walking.
Appreciate you, Logan London. It was nice to see your little crit walk, man. And I know y'all love seeing these guys, and y'all gonna miss them on the bye week. But don't you worry, fans. We have you covered on content all week long. The schedule's just a little different. The Get Loud podcast will now be on Tuesday. The Next Man Up podcast will be on Wednesday. The Command Center podcast will be on Wednesday and Friday. And the Players Club will be on Friday. Now, London, since we got you here, my brother, we need the tone set.
Set the tone. Brought to you by Maryland Lottery Fast Play Games. Play fast, win fast today. Please play responsibly.
Now, Commanders family, as we mentioned, London Fletcher is taking over this show because he's a semifinalist for the Hall of Fame. And in honor of that, he is going to be my co-host here. And now you're going to do trivia with me on this side and let them battle it out. And this trivia is all about you. So before we get started, can you give us one of them set the tones for us?
Ooh.
Dig deep.
No, not right now.
He built this up.
It's the bye week.
He built this up. Well, listen, we're going to go through the rules real quick. These fellas have a buzzer right there. I'm going to ask a question. Some of them are multiple choice, and they will have a chance to answer. And remember, it's all about your guy, London Fletcher. Are y'all ready to go? All right. Let's get number 1 question. As a senior at John Carroll University, London recorded how many tackles to set the school record for most tackles in a season? Now, this is multiple choice, all right? So take your time. There's 3 of them. A, 202. B, 152. C, 176.
Ow, bitch. I'm the last man standing.
I think Tanner got his hand down there. That's why he got smushed.
What you got, Tanner?
Say that again.
A is 202, B is 152, and C is 176.
He was at John Carroll.
So yeah, I know I'm the worst in trivia. So I'm gonna guess. A.
Don't tell him the answer.
London, is he correct?
202 tackles.
202 tackles. That is a point for Santana Mars.
Wait,
Logan on Smash.
Hey, by the way, that's a lot of tackles.
That's
Y'all
a
didn't
lot
figure
of
that
tackles.
out. In 12 games. In 12 games. It don't matter.
London, I'll let you take this one.
This is an easy one. I feel like you guys should know this one. How many Pro Bowls did I attend while in Washington?
Oh, why in Washington?
While in Washington.
4.
I hit the button.
Oh, you know what?
I hit the button.
He did.
So
Yeah, he
4.
did hit it.
And that point goes to Logan Paulson. Our judges say it goes to Logan. I'm sorry, brother. You got another chance because we got some more questions for you, all right? Fred, I think you got this one, all right? How many tackles did London record throughout his career?
2,039.
Yep. We just saw that.
Yeah.
So who was?
Oh, in college? In college?
Are you gonna give us
Who
multiple
buzzed?
choice?
I'm not. There's no multiple choice on this one.
Buzzed?
2,039.
Logan buzzed it.
Yeah,
It's
he's right.
209, 232.
I have 2,032, but nobody knows better than London Fletcher.
It's 2,039.
39.
Let's round up, right? Okay.
Researching this.
I thought what you saw is 239, 2039.
2,039. Research is setting me up, London. Go ahead, you next.
Let's go.
I feel like y'all gonna get this. What is my legendary saying?
I'm a fool for you.
Legendary
Tyler, what you got?
I can't think of it now. Go ahead. You pressed my hand up again. Go
I
ahead.
didn't touch it.
Oh,
Because I don't know. Do we have multiple choice?
My legendary saying. While here,
Let's go.
getting ready to go out on the field.
Oh, we finna lose?
Set the tone.
There we go. We're gonna give it to Tyler. We're gonna give it to Tyler.
Graphic made or anything.
We're gonna give it to Tyler. Here it
Set
goes.
the tone. Yeah, you're right.
Linebacker set the tone.
Yes.
Linebacker set the tempo. All right, we gonna get that to Tyler.
That was pretty tough. Okay, now it's tied right now between Tanner and Logan. So
Fred,
we do have a
Fred,
tiebreaker. Fred, I'm sorry.
No, Fred, come here. Come on, Sam, get your back on.
Stay up there, Fred. We need you. We need you. All right.
You know you're the only child now. Salute.
All right. Look.
That's CeeLo's favorite saying.
Look at this man.
Fred crazy. All right. London holds the record. Now, this is the tiebreaker, remember. So, Fred, you can help out whoever you want to see win.
I've been helping them out the whole game.
London holds the record for how many consecutive starts for a linebacker. What is that record?
Say it again.
London holds the record for how many consecutive starts for a linebacker. He holds the record.
Okay, so it's how many he has, like total.
Yeah, the
right here,
record, as a linebacker.
Is there a timer?
275.
Wait.
You can answer, Logan. We'll do whoever's closest.
256.
You said 275, 256 the
Hold
answer.
on. Neither one of y'all are correct.
Well, I was closer though, right?
You were closer.
Logan, you were closer. The answer was 215. So Logan Paulson, Professor, you win.
Yeah.
You win the game. I mean, are you gonna cheer? Like, are you happy you won?
Still would have been
We
close.
did a podcast and all the answers are on there.
And now there's none of that stuff.
Hey, you said 270.
Well, clearly these guys love London Fletcher. They just don't know much about his playing career. Now, we know you guys will miss us during this bye week. We'll be back for week 15. Until then, Commanders family, we'll see y'all later.
Fred ain't getting nothing.
You got shut out.
I gave him all.
You got shut out.
Tonight, Dad came with. He didn't want his little sweet potato to be here without him. But now, he really wishes she was here without him. Next time, he'll just let her roll with her new entourage. And he'll only trust SeatGeek with the tickets. Because when she finds her happy place, he can find his way back to the car. The ticketing app trusted by fans. SeatGeek, so fans can fan.